I had been very experimental and it worked out.
And when the doors explode, I mean, was that really Emily standing there? Because it didn't look like a stunt person.
It was her, and we did shatter the doors. It's all safety glass and everything, of course, you know. So, but that was Emily.
Wow. Legendary writer, actress, and director Cat Shea joins us today for an epic conversation. She directed The Rage, Carrie 2. Super excited, guys. Let's do it. Kat, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It's an absolute honor. And I just want to start by saying thank you because your way of filmmaking and storytelling, it's inspired me so much over the years. And acting is my passion. I do my little projects on the side. And I've just, wow, I love your work.
Very good. Thank you.
So The Rage, Carrie 2, this was my introduction to you, my introduction to Carrie. I actually saw 2 before I saw the original. I was late to the horror genre. It was a long story, but this was what, 99? I graduated in 98, so I was trying to catch up on all these movies. So my first question, because there was a bit of a gap between the original and this one, I mean, was there any hesitation or pushback at the time? How did you get involved?
That's a pretty good question because I actually came into it after it was shooting with another director. MGM UA was actually United Artists, approached me to take over the movie, and I didn't want to because, you know, somebody's directing it, but they said, we're going to shut it down then. We're shutting it down. If you don't take over, it's done. All these people are out of work. The movie's not getting made. So that was kind of convincing. And so at that point, I shared my ideas, and I was on a plane to North Carolina on Thursday, and I started shooting on Monday.
And do you know what happened?
Yeah, it just creative differences. They didn't like what they were seeing. And they weren't able to, I guess, to work with the director to change that. So it was actually a great experience for me because I came in and they loved everything. And, you know, it was really weird. It's like that never happens, you know?
Well, I love everything. And I was in it from the very beginning. I mean, when the movie starts, you have mom, you know, kind of doing her creepy painting with the creepy eyes and everything. And then when the little girl, you know, when she uses her powers for the first time and she's walking through the house and the doors are closing behind her, I thought that was the creepiest thing ever. And of course, with the sound effects, I mean, that just made it more intense. That was amazing.
It was a big movie. It was a big, studio movie. And so they had sound designers. And when the sound designers came in and showed me what they had done, it was horrible because they had really played up the horror of it. And it wasn't supposed to be like that. It should be so subtle, you know, but they have, you know, these incredible, you know, sound design stuff. And when I threw it out, they were kind of like, I don't know, it was really tough.
It was so edgy. And even though it is a sequel, I really feel that this movie can stand all by itself. But when you do pay homage to the original, I mean, you did it in such an amazing way. I mean, you highlighted the best parts, and again, with the sound effects and the flashes, I mean, you made me want to go see the original, which I did. And I love that you brought back Amy Irving. She has such an amazing presence on camera. Was it tough to get her to come back?
I mean, she was really great in the part. And I was so surprised that she was willing to get a spear through her head. So, you know, I just appreciate that part.
That's awesome.
You know?
And respectfully, Kat, is there a reason why this movie didn't get the kind of that big promotion? Because, you know, I knew it was coming out because I was watching so many movies at the time, and, you know, I saw the trailer, but I felt like this movie just kind of snuck in. And whenever I would bring it up to people, they had no idea what I was talking about. And it wasn't until it came out on DVD. And whenever I would show someone, you know, the movie, or even my daughter, I showed it to her. I mean, the reaction was always the same. Like, hey, this is cool. How did I not know about this? And so, I mean, is there a reason for that?
Chris, you're actually explaining something for me because, when it came out, I've never been able to really put it together why, when it came out, it was, it didn't go well. Obviously, it didn't go well. And I figured it was because it was Carrie 2 and it was following, such a classic movie, really, truly a classic. And then 30 years later, suddenly it's getting discovered. It's got a really big fan base and all these things, but you're kind of explaining it to me because it was held to a different standard. Like nobody could forget about the first one. They weren't going to like it to begin with, but now you watched it on its own without knowing about the first one. And and so it stood alone for you, which is great. And that really explains a lot for me of, what it could have been if people were open-minded about it.
Well, I'm so glad that you're here and we're talking about it now. And this movie deserves all the attention in the world. And when I saw the Rage, it was 9 a.m. I went to an
Wow.
early screening.
9 a.m., huh?
Yes, yeah. And I was all by myself, which is how I liked it. There were a lot of firsts for me in this movie, And again, I love your style, the way you shoot. And I mentioned the little girl and the doors, But then there's the shot with Mina, and it happens, early on, where she throws herself off the building, and boom, when she hits the car. I had never seen that perspective before, and I'm in the theater, I'm by myself. I really felt that it hit me. So it was. I mean, that was an amazing shot.
I mean, they just let me go, which was phenomenal. I had been very experimental and it worked out. It worked out pretty well. It was very interesting because I wanted it, right from the windshield with her coming at us. And we were able to do that. And then Don Morgan, who's a fantastic DP, he's like such a risk taker. He was so cool. Like the whole time he's going, "Oh, that's so gutty. That's so gutty." I never heard anybody say that before. He go, you take so many chances and so many risks because horror is a very special genre artistically. You can really feel it, like use the intuitive part of yourself to tell the story. And the camera angles are so important and what they do to the audience viscerally. So horror is just a great genre for storytelling.
It's so epic. Another first for me is when, oh my gosh, when the glasses shatter, in her eyes. Holy cow, I had never seen anything like that. And it was the first time, Kat, that I had ever seen anyone drown on camera. I saw movies where it was implied or they just go under and it's done. But to see that process kind of play out, yeah, I thought that Dylan was, wow. I mean, he did a really good job. And casting everyone in that film, I mean, went on to do awesome things, and the high school setting, Kat. I love the way you kind of, featured, or highlighted all the little cliques, right? I mean, we all know, I mean, for all of us in high school, and I had just graduated, so I mean, I could relate. I mean, what I saw in that movie, I saw, in my world. And so I thought you did a great job with that, and everyone did a great job,
It
performing.
was already cast. The whole cast was they were there. And it was a little difficult actually to step in when their director had been fired. So I kind of had to woo them. I had to definitely to woo them because there were certain things I wanted to do, like with Dylan's character. I really wanted him to be humiliated by the coach, for example, and he made him pull his pants down and say, "Where's the tampon?" Well, that wasn't really in uh, the original. I mean, that was never planned.
After that half-ass block, I just wanted to check to see if maybe you had a tampon string hanging between your legs. Shit.
It was part of, the humiliation and the way that people are treated and mistreated and abused, and in an explanation really of why the boys were so abusive with the girls. Why did they treat them, just like meat? Well, he was treated like meat. I had to make some deal with him. I said, "I will give you an extra take every time you want it for the rest of the movie. That's what I think it was something like that, like it was a real negotiation. And he went, okay.
And right before everything gets crazy, you did this thing with the tattoo, and for its time, I mean, it looked amazing. How did you do that?
It's great CGI. I wanted it to really come to life, not just be drawn on, but really come to life. So
Yes, and when the doors explode, I mean, was that really Emily standing there? Because it didn't look like a stunt person.
it was her, and we did shatter the doors. It's all safety glass and everything, of course. So, but that was Emily.
Wow, that entire sequence is fantastic. And my favorite moment, Kat, my favorite scene is when the screws are unscrewing and Rachel and Jesse are having their moment. I mean, it was very intense, very emotional.
Yeah, it really builds, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. And then of course she throws him into the water, and I just again that's awesome. Just epic filmmaking. It's just great work. I've seen it so many times. Congrats to you. Congrats to the entire cast. And I know there's a few deleted scenes, which I understand why they were taken out. But there's a couple of shots there, especially where the guys are eating the raw meat, and then of course the date, the bowling. I really love the way that was shot. I thought, hey, even just a short montage of those two moments before, the dialogue in the diner, I thought that would have, it would have still been cool. And then there was the alternate ending with the snake. I mean, do you remember why or what they were going for at the time?
That was originally written in the script, and I didn't feel like it worked very well. Did you like the snake?
I liked it. I actually thought that maybe that was just the possibility of a third one, right? Maybe Rachel giving Jesse the curse, and maybe that's what that was. But of course, I love the ending that you guys went with.
Well, it's interesting. I think I really thought the snake was cool too, but I didn't think it was working for the story. And then when we just shattered her, oh my God, that people jumped out of their seats.
Yep.
You know?
I jumped. It scared the crap out of me. Again, I was by myself in the theater. I remember everything so vividly from that day, Kat. And I mean, it was just first time watching it. Amazing. And even when I watch it now, it still feels fresh. It still feels edgy. I mean, I just love the way you work. So super congrats to you, to the entire cast. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Chris. It's awesome. It's just so, I don't know, it does my heart good to know that people are enjoying the movies. This much time has passed. So thank you. It's just beautiful.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the end of part 1 with the legendary Cat Shea. Part 2 will be up this Friday. We're going to be talking about Kat's very first movie as a director, Strip to Kill, which is an absolute classic. It's so iconic. And we're also going to be sharing a couple of personal strip club stories. So please stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Thank you for believing. Merry Christmas to you and your families, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.